Thank you for your patience, everyone. Let's begin, shall we? I'm going to start this off by going, hello everyone, and welcome back. Today, we'll be trying out a game called King of the Castle. And you'll be going, why are you playing King of the Castle? Isn't this game old? Yes, and I've had it for a long time. But I never got a chance to play it on stream. I always play it out on other people's streams, but never on my own. So, I was curious as to, what might happen here with everyone in my own. So, we're gonna play this, and for folks, for those of you who may not know what this game is, King of the Castle is a game where I play your king, and you all can actually join in as the nobles. Your all's job is to try to get your own factions to overthrow me, where mine is to survive. Survive. That is how this goes. That is how this game goes. Also, let me catch up with chat here. Nibok got something that first, and hey Ken, good to see you as well. Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. Now you may be wondering, why am I not just jumping into the game this time? That, folks, is because I gotta give time for people to file in. Otherwise, we're not gonna have anyone to be on either team. So, yeah, gotta be a little careful about that. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. But yes, we just gotta chill here a little bit, have some fun, relax, you know, all that good stuff. But in the meantime, before we get to the game, I'm gonna just ask, what has everyone's days been like today? What have you all been up to? Because I could tell you how my day's been, but my day's been more or less stuff that I can't say on stream. So they would be a little too doxy. You know what I'm saying? Wrote background, made important phone calls, waked pup up. Oh, walked pup. Howdy, lurkers, by the way. Yep. And I, indeed. If I say what I've been up to, it's a little doxy. Well, except for the fact that, you know, obviously I cleaned house, you know, took care of stuff in the apartment, yada, yada, yada. Ah, the pup's meeting. Understandable. But yeah, I did a lot of cleaning around the apartment over here today. Though one thing surprised me, apparently my buddy Hardy Matim, they're back, and they're gonna be streaming later today over on YouTube, which was a shock to me because I have not heard from them in well over a year. So I'm glad to know that they're doing well. We're voting factions. You want some patricians of the coast, please and thank you. Clean my house. Coordinates obtained. You know what? Strangely enough, people can use that. Get your coordinates if you tell too much detail. And hey, Boar, welcome in. Making the mother of all omelets here. Can't fret over every egg. True. That said, we gotta make sure the big egg goes into the pan. Absolutely. 100%. But yes. What? Oh, I had something I was gonna say. I don't remember what it was now. Bowls. That's not what I meant to say, but it's what came out in the end. All right. So, my friends. Huh? Bowls? Yeah, just bowls. Sometimes that's all you could say. Just bowls. Or as the Duke would say, bowls of steel. Or less likely to activists want, to true. All right, I will say though, we have been sitting here at the title screen we've been here about 10 minutes. So probably most anyone who's gonna show up has shown up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and launch and let everyone start jumping in. Okay, we're gonna go on new dynasty. Monarch name, I am Ulm. Dynasty name, the dynasty is... Aurelia. I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. 'Cause we're all dudes, yeah. The almost. Can we run for the steel balls? I mean, maybe. Hey, Ethereal, welcome in. All right, I'm gonna hit begin on this, and okay. Here, we're gonna get the rules. We're gonna play on Twitch. Stream on Twitch, and your viewers can join your game simply by typing into chat. Players who have bought the game will appear in the story more often. That's what we're gonna pick. The extension's already active. You all should see it on your browsers. Hey, Equikimi, welcome in. All right, the regions that... Oh, choose 3 regions. Okay. So usually I see people pick the Counts, the Grandies South, and Chiefs of the North. I did see Kinnan ask for the Patricians of the Coast. We'll go ahead and give... What about the APK? It should... Huh? I'm a little confused by what you meant by that. But we're also going to add in the Chiefs of the North. Ah! Hey, Osamu, welcome in. And then I think the other one will be... fuck it, I'll let the Counts be in there. They can be on the east. Blue, purple, and green. Ah, I see. We hit begin. All right. To join the game, all you have to do in chat is type in ! join. You know, I'm just gonna pin this. To type join to join the game. And then I'm going to pin that. And unpin after, manually unpinned at the end of stream. Perfect. Okay. This will allow you to join in. You will be assigned a faction at random unless you type in join region and then space and the region that you want to go into. Say, for example, if you want to join the count, you could do join space counts, so on and so forth. But I should be on the other side of the screen for this. Hold up. I should also not be crouching down like this. Hold up. I said hold up. I'll stand up and we'll read everything off. All right, that's better. My ear's covering y'all a little bit, but honestly, that's fine. Y'all can see your chat in the chat stuff itself. Yeah, you can't own a faction unless you own the game yourself. See, Twitch guy can join specific blah 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 blah. But yes, right now I'm just gonna wait a little bit, see if anyone else can get in. Because keep in mind, people can join in at any point in time during the game. Doesn't have to be just the beginning. People can join in at any point in time. And your all's goal is to overthrow me one way or the other, and my goal is to reign supreme. Yes, with all you rapscallions trying to kill me, I have to be very cautious. I do though, guessing not looked on. Yeah, you gotta link it on Twitch. Yeah. But yes. And you also get more options if you own the game and have it linked to Twitch, because then you can have your character fully customized in your own game and have them show up in this the way you customize them. Cautious of us, Nah. Oh, you're right. Why would I ever need to be cautious of chat? Why would I ever need to be cautious of chat? Clearly you all have my best interest in mind. I'm screwed. All right, we're gonna wait about another minute or so. Actually, no, we just hit the 15-minute mark, so I think this is a good time to join it, to start up. We'll start with you 5 right here and let others join in as we go. That's right, and adventures go left. Exactly. Beginning the game. All right. King of the Castle Primer. Monarch's winning is acquire an heir, then complete your ambition to win. Your first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they pass all their stages, they will win the game. Be careful of a region's defiance stat. If it gets too high, regions may rebel against you. For the nobles, to win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. How you vote is up to you, for your recent scheme, to stop other schemes, or for the good of the kingdom. If your defiance status is high enough, you can rebel. This pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have a low military. Alright, events. Each season will get 3 events to play. Click 1 to get started. Alright, well we can see your stats over here on the left-hand side. Actually, let me make it to where you can see my cursor on this one. Capture cursor. There we go. There you are. You can see your stats over here. So, the patricians have 7 trade, 5 faith, and 4 farming. The counts have 7 farming, 5 military, and 4 faith and trade. And the chiefs have 7 military, 3 trade, 3 farming. All right. Well, let's begin, shall we? All right. Council introduction. Let's go to the council. This is your monarch. The streamer's character that will appear in most stories, but not all. These are the kingdom's stats. If any of them are at 0 at the start of the season, the game will end. These are the region's stats. Stats determine which events are generated. If defiance is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger rebellion. This will pause their scheme and is risky if military is low. You can scroll through the full list of nobles and their wealth here. Also, I'm realizing that I am not in a good position right here. You know what? I'm gonna go back to the left. I'm gonna crouch down. Might not. Can't really. I'm gonna be in the way a little bit, no matter where I go. I think this is probably the best place because y'all want to see the story. Enjoy your lurk there, Lich. Enjoy your lurk. Now that you are the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from across the kingdom, the wintry north, the desolate east, and of course, the wealthy coast. Alright, we'll go in order. We'll introduce ourselves to the chiefs of the north. Abaddon is the chief of the north. Good luck in the days ahead, your greatness. You'll need it dealing with us lot. Then we have Nibnob as Count of the East. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your grace. May you escape doom that befell your predecessor. And on the coast, we have... premium player who bought... Yep, okay. Kinnan is the Lord Patrician of the coast. A pleasure, your serene highness. I hope to see your kingdom prosper and grow, wealthy under your reign. And with that, introductions are done. The new council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Alright, well, let's check the path to victory. Heir and ambition. Yep, I need to get an heir and win the game by completing my ambition first. Yep. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. Alright, and how can I stop them? To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this: when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? You know, honestly, I think I'd want to be known as a peacekeeper. An admirable aim. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's stability as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. Alright, next up we have the coronation. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well then, what must I do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Shall we call the nobles in? Choices and stats. Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so indicate this change here. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show what region is affected. These are the upcoming choices for your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how a vote is run with law. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. When the vote opens, nobles vote using the command !vote followed by the choice letter, i.e. vote A, B, C, or D. The monarch may close the vote anytime after the nobles have voted, or the timer hits 0. Alright, well, I think... So we have options here. Last parade with jugglers from Fountain Wine. Proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the 9th god. Throw the king into the river. Outdated traditions. There's no need for a coronation at all. You know what? Let's have fun here. I am going to select throw the king into the river. Yeah, that's right. Toss me in it. Toss me in it. All right. Let's go ahead and get to the vote. Well, I would have liked the lavish parade. I think, throwing king to the river, that could be fun, Mad Med voting for a religious experience. Nimnob going for into the river. I see. We have 9 seconds remaining on the clock. Folks, be sure to get your votes in with A, B, C, or D. All right, we'll give it a little bit because I know some people were lurking for a moment while either getting something to drink or something to eat. And one of them attending to a puppy. So we'll wait a moment. In the meantime... That's some good tea. Alright. I'm gonna start giving a countdown. We're gonna close the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voting has closed. 2 nobles of the monarch vote for throw the king to the river. Alright, stat changes. Yeah, I know how stat changes work. It is decided. The king will be thrown into the river. Alright. Let me get changed out of my nice robes. Oh, the nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. You climb back up the bank, soaking wet. The chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? I have no doubt there were some giggles. Now you've played all events, advance the game by clicking End Season. Was a good coronation? I'm glad you enjoyed it. Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. Dominic of the Madman on Fire family, proud, powerful coastal tycoon, scribbles with a well-used quill on the hardwood desk, speaking calmly. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Alm. Something must be done. All right, folks, vote on your scheme. If you are of the patricians of the coast, you need to vote. This is your time. Vote now with !, vote A, B, or C. Ow. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of my tea while y'all discuss amongst yourselves. I mean, I could be that guy and just go ahead and end the vote now, Because authority works. Authority does work. All Alright, I see how it is. Tally-ho. Voting has closed. Your goal is corruption, lowering my authority. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, patricians must lower authority to 4 in less than 3 seasons. Well, fuck. Hane of the Drogzen ZX clan, sinister northern godspeaker, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter King Alm. How do we make that happen? Voting is open for those of the North. Your goal could be to raise authority, lower stability, or raise own military. Be sure to vote with exclamation point vote A, B, or C. And Gojira, I'll go ahead and stretch there. Thank you, thank you. Be sure to vote if you are on the blue side. We do know that there we go. Raise own military. All right, I'm gonna wait 5 more seconds for people to vote. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Ragnarok it is for you. The chiefs plan to make an alliance with the ice giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak, or the giants won't take the proposal seriously. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise their military to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Fuck. Louisa of Osamu VT's dynasty, notorious Eastern elder, leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Alm wears the crown. Counts of the East, make your vote! Will you cause an uprising, an ascension, or a possession? If you are on Team Purple, vote A, B, or C. Ah, I see we have a vote. Okay, okay. All right, I'm going to give 5 more seconds for votes to get in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, both on A. Gotcha. Voting has closed. Your goal is to raise the treasury. The counts plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the king, before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the counts must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. Fuck. Here you can view the region's schemes and their claimants. When you have an heir, they will appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. This vote between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats of you... This vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir, if you have one. Alright. You have your all schemes? Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have the right to your throne. No doubt these nobles are already scheming to crown the region's preferred claimant. Adopt a law. Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You'll be able to adopt more once a year, at the end of winter. You only adopt one new law at a time, and have a maximum of 3 laws to use. Okay. Gain 1 authority. Okay. Nobles vote for this monarch's choice to gain 5 on personal wealth. Okay. Let's vote for their least favorite option, and the option with the least votes will pass. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna go with this one. The iron choice. Oh, you can join mid-game. You can. Mm-hmm. And as it's done through chat commands, you can join via phone too. Yes. All right. Let's see what's going on here. We have a new trend. Lord Patrician Kinanodari is here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you a crab. A what? It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. These are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Very well, send him in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you these crabs will only go up in value. Okay. You know, right now, I know it's a pyramid scheme. Canon. I know it's a pyramid scheme. But, here's my question. If it is a pyramid scheme, are these crabs at least tasty? Are they tasty if worst comes to worst? You know, because that's something I could do. You know, no, of course not. They're not tasty if worst comes to I don't know. I may just... You know what? It's your first request of me. It's not a pyramid scheme. Ah, I see. Well, you know, I think right now, I'm willing to give benefit of the doubt here. I will buy 1 box of crabs from you. However, do not expect this to happen again. Counting on your gold, Lord Patrician Kin assures you that you will not regret your purchase. Alright. Next is... Do we go to the honor guard or do we do the counterfeit currency? You know, we're here. Let's do the counterfeit currency while we're here. The coast has been prosperous of late, but my tax collectors are reporting suspicious coins in the latest takings. The whole region is awash with fake money. The council needs to act. All right. You know what? I think right now, I will offer you all a substantial reward if the counterfeiters are cost. You will be able to gain 1,000 money amongst yourselves if you go with my choice here. Just remember, nobles, you do in fact wish to get money, do you not? After all, I need to make sure that all my subjects are taken care of, and I will do so by rewarding the jobs well done. Lo and behold, so it is written, so it is done. We are offering substantial reward. Voting has closed. Ah, and thank you for the authority as well. I appreciate it. I look forward to you catching them. Over the next few weeks, the bounty hunters root out counterfeiters and sellers, hideouts, and back rooms across the coast. More than 100 forgers now face the noose. All those bounties are eye-wateringly expensive. And, of course, but public trust in your currency soars. Controversy erupts when it's revealed that one of the counting rings is led by Lord Patrician Kinodari himself. Of course, his fake gold is confiscated at once. Kenan? Buddy? I bought your damn crabs, and this is how you repay me? I see, I get it. You took my coin and you made counterfeit ones out of it, huh? 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 Kenan? I expected better of you. I expected better. You have no idea how those got their middle. I see. Then why you leaving? Why you leaving? Oh. I'm sorry, I just needed a little extra cash. Kenan and Odari's wealth has decreased to 500. The treasury is now 2,000. You know what, Kenan? For right now, you're going into a cell. We will release you later. You have to serve time. But know this, I'm treating you better than the others. Because let me tell you, the others, they're just hanging around. Kenan Odari is led away in chains, glaring at you with icy loathing. But the other patricians are forced to admit that the punishment fits the crime. Kenan Odari II has joined the council. Treasury is back, you don't care? You told me to kill him? I mean, I could have, but... You know, I think him serving time in prison will do him some good. Would be the quickest death you've ever had? Yeah. Alright, let's see to the honor guard, shall we? Now that you are king, you need a personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? Huh, I'd like to see you try. Is it your imagination, or does your martial stifle a wry chuckle? In any case, she quickly hides it. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. Alright, what are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chief with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the patricians offer the greatest gladiators, champions of the arena. Ooh, I see. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. I see. Tell me about the Northern Warriors. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honorable and in a fight unbeatable. Now tell me about the Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought in an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. And the Colossal Gladiators? A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skills at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? And what foreign mercenaries would you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray the lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. Drowned Rose, that doesn't sound safe for your well-being, Lord Om. Yeah, true. I have made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. I choose the Northern Warriors. I'll make the arrangements at once. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing a roar and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints. All right, end of season. buildings. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on a building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through auction, where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund with the following command: exclamation fund AX, where X is the personal wealth. So fund the letter of the one you vote to fund, exclamation point fund the letter of the one you want to fund, and then the amount of gold you're willing to put into it. When we're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. So here are your choices. You can make a fortress for more military, a grand bazaar for more trade. Counts can make an aqueduct for more farming, or a deer park for less farming. Patricians can have a prison for lower stability, or a theater for lower authority. My friends, begin your auctioning. Kinnan, I'm sorry that your father left you with only 500 gold to your name. Remember, folks, only the 2 most funded buildings will get done. And if you want to make sure that 2 of your buildings are done, you can always make sure of that too. It be that way, my lord. His crimes deserve the punishment? True, true. I can't believe Kinnan not only sold me crabs that, frankly, are not worth it. They have not turned in a profit just yet. But then he used the coin that he got from me to make counterfeits. I cannot believe it. Time is up! The buildings funded are the fortress for military, and the theater for the patricians. All right. We will end the season. All right. Next up, I have 3 options here. I have the Archbishop's request, troll in the dungeon, or finding a spouse. Oh god, art imitates life. Anyhow, we're gonna go to the Archbishop's request. Your Majesty, I wish to speak with you about the situation in the north. Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathen tree gods, in brazen defiance of the 9th god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm. Challenges. Some choices have uncertain outcomes, called challenges. These can either be random based or on a stat. These can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. All right. You know what? You have my express permissions. Wonderful. I'll make the preparations right away. Norwegians are less than thrilled that you did not consult the council about the Archbishop's request, but doesn't stop the mission from going ahead as planned. Your stable and prosperous kingdom gives weight to the missionary's words. How else could the kingdom be doing so well, if not blessed by the 9th god himself? It turns out to be a rip-roaring success. Trust in the clergy is high, and so the northern villagers convert in droves, whole cities at a time. They are now dutiful. Time to get XCOM? The Archbishop is more than pleased. He even diverts some of the new northern tithe to you as thanks, topping up the treasury. Alright, I can't put it off any longer. Troll in the dungeon. Your Majesty! The Palace Watcher reporting that there's a troll downstairs in the dungeon. What's a troll? A violent, brutish creature. I have no idea how one got into our dungeon, but we'd better do something about it. Wait, Kennan's in the dungeon. Oh, no, Kennan, I'm so sorry. I'll deal with the monster before anyone. You know what? Do it. Yes, Your Majesty. Hours later, you are informed of a bloody battle in which the beast is slain. Several soldiers are killed in the process. The troll's body is dumped in the Treadwater River, though it's hard to keep such a thing a secret. Riverside peasants start spreading rumors of that trolls run amok in the capital. Stability went down, but it is what it is. It's fine, your father got what he deserved. Fair, fair. Let's find a spouse. I'm going to fail at this. In a twisty passage of a castle, you can avoid your advisors. Here's the nobles, even the spy master, but there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men, women, or do you don't mind? Women. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families of the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Yep. You can never outrun your mother. Never. Oh. Across the kingdom, discontent with the kings is rising. Everyone knew he was better off, but until now, it hadn't occurred to most people just how much better off. Now the peasants are asking all sorts of troublesome questions about their benevolent overlord, and as everyone knows, once a question has been asked, it can't be unasked. Meanwhile, perched atop a hill in the remote eastern wilderness, there sits a Stuart. I've never seen this word before. Asteria Castle, at the top of the tallest tower. Count Osamu and his co-conspirators can be found celebrating with a few glasses of wine. The lowborn are getting rowdy. It's all thanks to us. Now that they know how much wealth the king's hiding, they're itching to get rid of him. Careful we don't get them too riled up, mind you, or they'll start asking questions about our wealth as well. Yes, now it's time to incite some real chaos. Show them that King Alm is not only greedy, he's utterly incompetent too. The next stage of their scheme counts with lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Here you can set different levels of tax or bribes for each region in your kingdom, potentially punishing some while rewarding others. Balance the needs of your treasury against the defiance changes. Remember, if a region's defiance is higher than both authority and stability, they can rebel. All nobles gain wealth here, but one region gains extra wealth with a trade bonus. Regions with a higher trade stat are more likely to get a trade bonus, meaning that the counts are about to get the most money. So, since the counts are getting the most money, honestly, you know... I could tax them, but I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to... We're going to lower your defiance, raise your prices, and you all stay in the middle. Confirm the tax. Patrician's investment insurance making 500 wealth while fires rack the coast. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. I must agree with the wisdom of fellow Councilman Abaddon. You should cruel tax the counts. Now, it wasn't a cruel tax. It is a fair tax. The counts have the most money, as well as they... Oh, wait, no. I was looking at farming instead of trade. That is my bad. That is my bad, counts. I will fix this next tax season. The rich will be taxed extra. I misread. My mistake. An enemy has been made. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Oh, and Ethereal, your joining was successful. You're right here. See? Ethereal Dragon. You're in the north. You're on the blue team. All right, we're moving forward now. All right. You know what? Let's see what happens with the crab futures. I gotta know. And hey, Red Sage, welcome in, welcome in. You'll make sure this princess pillow never has a cool side. Oh, again, that was my mistake. I read the thing wrong. I read farming here, which was at 7. I thought that was trade for a moment. The green have trade. Next time, don't worry. I will give you all more money next time. The greens will get taxed. But for now, let's see what's going on with the crabs. The crab craze has swollen to unforeseen heights, Your Majesty. That's good, isn't it? The trade is so profitable that patricians are shutting down textile mills to focus on crab catching. Thousands are unemployed. But who cares about that, Your Majesty? Your box of crabs is now worth nearly double what you paid for it. Alright, well, hold your nerve, hold on to the crabs. This is a waste of everyone's time. You know what? I think what needs to be done here is sell, sell, sell. So it comes for much more than you paid. The treasurer appears satisfied with your practicality. See, my lord, the father's lied about one thing. True, it's true. He was. Meanwhile, industries collapse along the coast. So, I end up making some coin, which I can now share with the kingdom. But first, let's see what happened with these counterfeiters. Crabs will grow too powerful, can't get rid of them. Your Majesty, remember the bounties that we placed on foreigners on the coast? Of course. Counterfeiters we hanged were rank amateurs. The coins were only convincing if you're a fool, or drunk, or both. But now we've rooted out a real professional. Her coins are so convincing, even I can't tell the difference. Let me introduce Penelope. Hello, Your Serene Highness. Please don't hang me. Hello, Penelope. Penelope's skills are extraordinary. We should employ her at the Royal Mint to help us make coins that can't be forged. Or even better, we could use her expertise to track down other forgers. By the 9th, if we employ this outlaw, we only make a mockery of the king's justice. Are we sending the message that we only execute the insufficiently skilled criminals? Madman does have a point. Should the council employ the coastal forger or hang her? Alright, so there will be 3 options. Hang Penelope, ask Penelope to help catch forgers, or have Penelope come up with a new counterfeit-proof coin. Well, my friends, I think... I'm going to veto having Penelope come up with a new counterfeit coin. You are going to make a decision between A or B. Which it is up to you all. I as of now wash my hands of this. So, my nobles, what do you all desire? Ooh, it's neck and neck. Let's see. I'm going to leave this up until we get one more vote in. All right. So, I'm leaving this up for a vote. Wait, or has everyone already voted? Are there only 6 of you right now? Oh, I sworn there were more. Oh, and also welcome in, kitten. I see you right there. Welcome in, welcome in. All right. Ah, there we go. The vote has been swayed. Voting is closed. You have all asked Penelope to help catch other forgers. Thank you, Your Majesty. I won't let you down. She's as good as her word. Under Penelope's eagle eye, there's no more counterfeiting in the coast. Fake coins are rooted out quickly, and their forgers hunted down. Stability is now steady, and trade is now wealthy in the coast. But the patricians grumble, muttering that your forgiveness of such criminals is a sign of weakness, not mercy. Their defiance is now insolent. Oh, lordy. Let's see what's being thrown at me by my mum. You have a weakness for hiring criminals? Ah, I see. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young one from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Alright, yes, I know. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by cloth. Alright then, let's see the eligible bachelorettes. She whisked away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Marta, firstborn daughter of the Northern Ethereal Dragon 777 clan. She is a typical northern lass, big, brawny, and honest. In the same way an axe to the face is honest. Spends most of her time ranging the mountaintops, hunting wolves and wyverns, and other strange northern beasts. People say she nurses a grudge, though. Not really interested. If someone holds a grudge, This is Desmondia, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Red Stage VT dynasty. Apparently, they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. That's not a smile. She had a laboratory installed in her castle and spends most of her time there, conducting bizarre experiments. The other counts think she's mad because she treats the peasants far too nicely. Treats the peasants nicely, though. Intriguing candidate. And finally, from the coast, we have Petronella, the wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Madman Fire's estate. I met her once. She couldn't resist bringing up how wealthy she is. Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. There was also a scandal recently where she was publicly critical of the church. Nothing came of it. Could be worse, could be a lot better. What do you think, of course? By picking candidates, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. You know, of all these, yeah, I've made my decision. Desmondia of the East. She treated the peasants nicely. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Yeah, my vote's passed over, Marta. A fair choice, but why? Thank you. Your daughter? I see. You don't see the add-on? Well, you are on mobile. Maybe the overlay for mobile doesn't work, but the actual game itself, the commands do. All right. We will end the season. In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Blood, ashes, damnation! Sea and storm take us all! Whatever is the matter? I offered cash to the palace official, and he acted like I was trying to give him head lice. It doesn't surprise me. The king's authority is quite respected. You're lucky he didn't turn you over to the watch. So there's no room for some good old-fashioned bribery? What's this world coming to? Patrician's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing the council of votes. We can't pass more than 3 laws at once, and only 1 may be used per vote. Ooh. I'm not sure I like any of these. I sort of like the ones I have. But what I could do is I'll adopt this one, get rid of Monarch's vote. Hey, Red Sage, thank you so much for the gifted subs. 10 to the, holy shit, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs, community. Folks, if you got a gift sub by Red Sage, please do be sure to thank them. After all, they did give you the boon of ad-free viewing and emotes. And again, Red, thank you so much. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for the gifteds. All right, let us move forward, my friends. It is time to end the year. It's now the year spring 949. And we have events in the east. Let's see what's going on over this way. Let's see what's going on with the city in flames. We do have ads in about a minute. True. However, well, we could take a moment to stop and talk a little bit. So, nobles, how are you all doing amongst themselves? How are you all doing? Yeah, because I don't want to interrupt and make it to where you all can't see the votes. So we'll wait here for a moment. We'll wait here. We'll talk with each other. Doing good? You have tacos? Hell yeah, tacos are amazing. What type of tacos did you get? That is fine? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, sometimes I must wonder, what on earth would it be like if I actually did rule as a king? How on edge would I need to be? I don't quite know. Ooh, chicken tacos with Spanish rice and refried beans? Hell yeah! Well, nearly done workday, and I'll probably play some video games before finishing the 97 Berserk series. Nice. I still need to read Berserk. I know of it. I know of the main premise of it, but I've never read it or seen it. Refried beans aren't even fried once? I see. All the time. Now. I've been fair. I've been stern, but I have been fair. Except for when I accidentally text the counts instead of petitions. That's my bad. I'm going to make up for it. But yes, sometimes it happens. Could be the Royal Grand Vizier? I see. It is too strange and dark for thee? I see. Enjoy your lurk there, madman. Enjoy your lurk. You watch 97 Berserk series sometime? Cut some stuff from manga, but still really good? You know those untrustworthy by default. Alright. I mean, based on fiction that we've seen, yeah, this is fairly true, yes. Also, ow, goddamn. I don't know what I did, but at some point earlier this morning, while I was cleaning, something happened and it sliced open the tips of my index, middle, and ring finger on my right hand. I don't know what happened to cause that, but now I have 3 small gashes on my fingertips. And anytime I try to, do something with them, it hurts. How even? I don't know. I was just cleaning. It happened when I was in the bathroom cleaning up the sink. My guess is that maybe some of the metal was a little bit sharper than I thought while I was, scrubbing some of the rust off. That's my guess. I probably just got my fingers a little too close in there. But it is what it is, Wait, now it's saying the ads are starting and... Oh, someone snoozed the ads. Well, if we're snoozing the ads, I should have just continued on here. Okay. We're gonna continue on then. But yeah, my fingers are killing me. A city in flames. Your Majesty, there's been a terrible fire in the city of Dobituch. Where once there were buildings, there is now a field of smoldering ash. Dozens of peasants have died. What caused this fire? Cow kicked over a lantern, Your Highness. Some milkmaid was burning the midnight oil and must have had unexpectedly cold hands. Oh, shit! I actually got a hype train emote. What'd I get? Epic clip emote. It's just a camcorder. Alright. I'm sorry to hear that your city's gone up in flames. I was hoping the council might unlock some funds for the treasury, so we could rebuild. Alright, there's going to be a vote here, so we may need to snooze the ads again. Rebuild the city exactly as it was, rebuild in stone rather than wood. offer no help, fine punch the milkmaid responsible. Honestly, all these are fair, but if I'm any of these work, but here's the thing. Actually, no, not any of these. I'm going to veto offering no help. All right, I'm also going to snooze the ads one more time. That way, the vote can be done by everyone. You just missing the message for yourself? Gotcha. All right, we're starting the vote now. Pick what you wish to have done with the city. Do you wish to have it rebuilt exactly as it was? Rebuilt in stone rather than wood? Or find and punish the milkmaid responsible? 'Tis up to you all. Any of these I am fine with. All right. 1 second left to count your vote. All right. I'm going to be closing the polls in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so it is written. So it is done. Rebuilt in stone rather than wood. Very well. Take the coin. The rebuilding process will break the bank and take much longer, but fire should never ravage Dobby Tush's sturdy stone buildings again. They are now loyal to me. But they're making a prequel to Jurassic Park. Ooh, I'd love to see that, honestly. In no way to lower authority this time. Yep. The deceased. The elderly Countess Yolanda, a cousin many times removed of Countess Red Sage VT, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? Better end than most of us get. Indeed, Your Majesty. She stayed at home in the East most of the time, enjoying herself. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrabbing for her estate. Countess Yolanda was my relative. I wrote her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. By the blood of the dead, this is a pitiful claim. Oh, my lordy. All right. Well, you all are going to get to vote on this. You can either give the estate to Red Sage, to Ethereal Dragon, redistribute the estate among the Eastern peasants, or claim the estate for the treasury. You know what? Let's throw in a little chaos. Reverse voting. Whatever you all decide, whatever you all vote on the least is what's going to happen. Remember, the voting is reversed. So pick wisely. All right, we're closing the polls in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Voting tied at 1. Break the tie by selecting one of these options. I am going to claim the estate for the treasury. The treasurer is delighted. The nobles are far less so. Wagons quickly roll in from Countess Yolanda's estate, laden with expensive fur coats, old chalices, and antique ceramics. All these new riches crowd the treasury, but give it a charming atmosphere. All right. Yeah, we already fucked the counts at one point, but I did see your vote there, Nibnob, so, We went for what she voted for. Time for a royal wedding. Wish me sanity. You're waiting to Desmondia. Desdemona. Holy, I'm gonna call her Des. Your waiting to Des is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, a capital is one giant party. It feels you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in it, St. Bertrand's Cathedral, with Desmondia at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you king and wife. Wow, she doesn't even get the title of queen, goddamn. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Des, refuses to dance at all, preferring instead to brood in the corner. A lot of things went up, and a lot of other things went down. By the time you find yourself alone with Des, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Did you see 8 crows perched on the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire omen. Perhaps you're right. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not for politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner. You're... There, we're both in this together. Comfort Des long into the night, listening as she expresses her doubts and fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted. I got the goth? Listen. She's the only one that treated people nice. Everyone else was not so much. I'm sorry, Nibnob. I'm sorry. And that just means that we should destroy the kingdom, perhaps through bankruptcy? Dear does she worry so much? Indeed she do. Indeed she do. Far to the north, where snow blankets the landscape and wolves howl into the night, the chiefs plot to bring about the end of the world. Ragnarok. Praise Morgana! Initial talks with the ice giants are going so well that they've gifted us a new patch of fertile land in the northern valleys. The gods are good. With luck, this will be the foundation of an alliance strong enough to rock the world. The ice giants are a formidable ally. Tall as a building and limbs like tree trunks, and those southerners don't know how to fight them like we do. But first we must offer something to the giants' desire. A whole kingdom's worth of pillage? Just what I was thinking. If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, the giants won't be able to resist. The next stage of the chief's scheme, they must raise other regions' trade to a combined total of 12 or more in 2 seasons. So it's cutting it dangerously close right now. Noted. Alright. Well, shall we requisitioning rare regents? I'm come to ask a favor. I recently purchased a very rare regent from one of my alchemical studies. A pickled finger of an ice giant. Unfortunately, it's been delayed. I was buying it from Chief Abaddon the Despoiler 1. Could you ask him about it? If you have time, of course. I'll look into it. How delightful. Let me know how you fare. You summon Chief Abaddon to the council chambers, the next day to talk in private. Hello, Your Highness. What can I do for you? I hear you have something for my wife. Unfortunately, I can't give you the giant's finger just yet. Giant's remains are sacred in the north. I had to take this one finger in secrecy. Your wife paid quite a lot for the privilege. Problem is, some of the other chiefs have suspicions about what I did. They're threatening to have me punished. If you still want this accursed finger, you have to promise to keep me safe. I see. What kind of punishment will you get? It's hard to say, Your Greatness. In the north, retribution for crimes such as these can be harsh. It could be anything from an ice bath to a beheading. I guarantee you the protection of the crown. God bless you, Your Highness. You are most wise. Des receives the giant's finger before a week's end. She is most pleased with it. Chiefs are angered when word gets out about the Chief Abaddon has done, but by then it's too late to do anything about it. Thank you, Abaddon. I appreciate you. Their nobles, of course, they'd be vile. Dog, gotcha. I'm so nice to her. Of course. Ah! The crab bubble burst. Oh no. Bad news, Your Majesty. A new reef has been discovered, which is overflowing with millions of jeweled crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. What? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, Your Majesty, with the exception of few patricians. Curiously, Lord Patrician Kenodari II, the very same patrician who first began the crab craze, recently sold all his crabs at a huge profit, just days before the crash. Well, Kinnan got a lot of money. And yes, I got out just in time. Something must be done. I summoned the council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they are casting furious glances at the patricians' benches. Time to set laws for voting. Can either bail out the failed business along the coast, let the coast suffer the full consequence of the crisis, arrest Lord Patrician Kenodari II and confiscate his ill-gotten gold. It was insider trading. Let's see. You know what? I think we need to make an example. This is my iron choice. We will arrest Kinnan II and confiscate his ill-gotten gold. What say you, my nobles? You know, I should have seen that coming. Oh, I see. Well, it appears to be a tie. I'm going to close the polls in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tied at 2. All right. Well, as I said, this was my iron choice. Ergo, I say, arrest Lord Kinnan. Your soldiers swarm the Lord Patrician Kenodari II's opulent mansion, arresting him and confiscating his ill-gotten crab gold. The trial will be held as soon as possible. Trade is now dynamic. Stability is now steady. Defiance is now mutinous. Ooh, but treasury's up. Authority is now imperious. Outrage, patricians protest against that your actions are illegal and make a mockery of the law. Don't they know you're the king? Well, joining father, exactly. You'll do well together. We have missing nobles, it seems. Ah, madman. Your august majesty. A number of patricians have gone missing in the east. They traveled to Countess Red Sage VT's castle to negotiate a trade agreement, but they should have returned weeks ago. The missing patricians never even made it to my lands. They most likely got lost. The east is a dangerous place. Alright, who's gone missing? Anyone I care about? 3 patricians are missing: Agrippa, Felix, and Lord Patrician Kenodari II. Kinnan! Listen, I know I sent you to jail, but I still care about you. Where could they have gone? Just to the north of my estate lies the Mold Platter Forest. To the west of the Twilight Lakeland. Oh god, they went to see Twilight! And to the south, Iraon's haunt. I like to live remotely. It does wonders for the soul. I'm certain that this is some kind of ploy by Countess Red Sage VT. In a few months' time, she'll quietly offer us a ransom. Blood and stars, don't be so foolish. We'll find them. We just have to decide where to focus our efforts. All right. Where's the Countess Red Sage? Look for the missing patricians? We can look in all these areas. Honestly, I'm going to leave the vote to you all. I trust your all's judgment. All right, my nobles, vote. Vote to see where things should happen. You're already not winning? Ah, I see. So instead of having anyone search for you, I understand. Might as well make the counts pay for throwing you in jail. Ah, I see. All right. I will be closing the polls, my nobles, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and it's overwhelming. Well, I'm sorry, Countess. It appears you will be executed by choice of the nobles. I wash my hands of this. But I did nothing, Off with you, kidnapper! You heard the council! The stunned Countess promptly dragged outside to have her head liberated from her shoulders. But after searching her keep, no trace of the missing nobles was found, prompting further fury from the Counts. Countess Red Sage offered you help in finding your missing nobles, but you execute her instead? Now your nobles are surely dead, and Red Sage died for nothing! Listen, I wash my hands of this. This was nothing of my choice. I left it up to the nobles. If you blame anyone, blame them. Red Sage VT II has joined the council. Lord Patrician Ken Eldari III has died, and Ken Eldari III has joined the council. All right. We shall end the season. It's time for an auction, my friends. So, there's the Deer Park, which will decrease farming, the Liberty, which will increase stability, the Observatory that decreases faith, Prison that decreases stability, Grand Bazaar, which increases trade, or the Theater, which decreases authority. Begin your auctions now. You have 59 seconds remaining. Vote for that which you wish to fund. Yeah, y'all did nuke Blue's chance, absolutely. So, let's see. How is this going to go? What buildings are you all going to fund? I see. Currently, D and F are leading. So what I'm hearing is you all want to F that D. I understand. I'm not apologizing. Anyhow, time is up. The prison and the theater have both been built. The season shall end. About my heir. Your Mercedes has grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it blossomed into something like love. It is high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. It went about as well as could be expected. You're still in power, aren't you? Still got the crown on your head. That's what matters. You've done well so far, but something's still missing, an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured, a child of your own who would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. Listen, I'm a rabbit, it has to be done. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can, get down to business. Proving a fox right after all? Wait. Hey, wait a moment. Wait. You're right. I forgot. Oh, I forgot Eve made that joke a while, but damn it! I failed. Oh, no. Well, you know what? It is what it is. Oh! It's okay. The characters are married. It's fine. On the second means I had another kid before you died. Ah, true. True. All right, let's check the contested wreck. An opportunity, Your Highness. A Kurth ship sunk last week, just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Kurth vessels are always full of valuable things. Ah, Kin Odari III. Wait. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters. By the 9th. In fact, it's closer to our city of Hythos than any of yours. But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. You were having money problems. Your greatness, esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you. What should be done with Kurth shipwreck in the waters north of the coast? You can allow the chiefs to salvage the ship, allow patricians to salvage the ship, or salvage the ship but return any bounty to Kurth. Or we could leave the wreck alone. I do think that, on this, my iron choice is, because those waters were ceded, I think the chiefs should be allowed to salvage the ship. Ergo, that is my choice. But you all shall vote amongst yourselves. Right now is a random dice roll on whatever any of these do. Thank you for the clip, Kenan. I'm never beating the allegations now. It's a random dice. We don't know what's gonna happen. But I think it's only fair. If they ceded those waters to the chiefs, then the chiefs have the right to go ahead and salvage. I see most all of you agree. Ergo, the voting shall end already. What? But it's in all waters! Move over, the council's word is final, isn't it? The operation goes ahead and yields great bounty for the chiefs. Spices from Atesh, Salish pearls, and a strange music box that sends everyone to sleep. Chief's wealth has increased. Now, I had half a mind to link it to eat. But you know, I think a clairvoyant visit. Your Grace, Your Majesty, Countess Red Sage II has been having prophetic dreams. It's true. I can part the veil betwixt now and some ways off. Well, give me a prophecy then. I look to the future, and it speaks through me. No more, no less. For one thing, Chief Abaddon should beware of onion soup. And the color blue will bring bad fortune to Chief Drogzen. But that's my favorite color! Please, Your Grace, have her foretell the future for the Council. We could gain insight into many great mysteries. Alright, well... We could have it be just this once. Throw the charlatan into the dungeon, or, you know what? We're just gonna veto the dungeon thing. Because there's no need for that. There's no need for that. There's no harm. There's no harm in what she's doing. Start your vote. Let's see what happens. Alm's just actively against you. Now. I'm just trying to be a fair king. All right. The vote will end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voting is closed. All right, just this once then. We shall prophesize this once. Countess Red Sage II spreads a dark velvet cloth under the floor, sits cross-legged, and closes her eyes. After a moment of silence, she gasps. Most pleasing, Your Grace. Something wonderful beyond the veil. Let me gather myself so I may understand what lies ahead. Peace and prosperity, Your Majesty. I see joy spreading throughout the land. Treat good fortune with wisdom, Your Grace, for luck can disappear like ashes in a storm. Beaming Count the Gobnibnob, whisk her out. You think you spot a couple of coins clanking hands, but you can't be sure. Ibnob's wealth has decreased, and Red Sage's wealth has increased. Sure enough, the Chancellor soon reports a new tax treaty with Ashmead that puts the kingdom at a great advantage. Red Sage II must have known what she was talking about. Stability is up, same with the treasury. Oh, if the lag's real, just try pausing and unpausing the stream. That should fix it. All right, well, that's that. We shall end the season. You made things more stable, thank you kindly. Back in the north, Chief Abaddon is hosting yet another feast in the clan hall. Not everyone is in the mood for celebrating, however. No developments, I'm afraid. The giants aren't willing to commit. Not yet, anyway. What's the problem? They leave their brains in the ice caves again? Or are they too scared to take on a measly king? Nay, not enough plunder. We must make the other regions bigger, juicier targets. The chiefs aim to raise the other regions' combined trade to 12 or more. Back in the east, Count Osamu has met with his co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around in good measure, but there seems to be little cause for celebration. It's no good. The peasants are losing momentum. If we don't keep up the pressure, they'll go back to living their normal lives in peace. Bah! The lazy good-for-nothings can't even get off their backside for one measly revolt. We have to keep them unhappy. Don't allow the king time to stabilize. The Count's goal is to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less. Welcome in, Dono Thing, and I am winning right now. If there's a 30 to vote, downvote, other factions to vote against it. Stretch, you got it. And remember, folks, you can join in during the middle of this game, too, at any point in time. Just exclamation point join, if you wish to. All right, so I made a promise last time. I made a promise. And that was the fact that last time, I taxed the wrong people. So, we're doing this right. Paying my dues. Confirm the tax. And end the season. All right. Thanks for that, Kendon. I appreciate it. All right. It's finally time for the crab trial. After months of delay, Lord Patrician Kinodai III is finally due to stand trial for his crab-related market manipulation. Well, technically it was his father or his brother, one of the two, but it is what it is. You stand accused of perpetuating fraud and tricking hundreds into buying expensive crabs. How do you plead? I'm guilty of only making money, so I broke a few laws along the way. Is that a crime? Quite literally, yes. Yes, obviously. I pronounce you guilty as charged, and your fate will be decided by the king. Kinnan. Buddy. How? Do you have a fourth son? All right. Lord Patrician Kinodai III is dragged away in chains, wailing for clemency. Most of the watching nobles agree that justice has been done, except for the patricians. Of course. Please, your majesty, Kinodai III has young children who are supposed to pay for the upkeep of his villa. Wait, who is supposed to pay for the upkeep of his villa? Kinodai IV has joined the council. I see. In the closet somewhere? Ah. So you're the one who should be called Rabbit. Gotcha. Yeah, the patricians are definitely very defiant right now. Very defiant. Luckily, their military is only at 3, so... It's sequential. I see. Infestation of crawlers. Your Greatness, our mutual friend Count Nibnob has discovered the nest of crawlers on the new tract of eastern farmland. Naturally, we chiefs recommend they fill the tunnels immediately, lest they spread to the other regions and endanger our crops. But Nibnob refuses to do so. Peasants have gone missing, Your Grace. These crawlers are much more dangerous than they appear. Legends speak of crawlers living in the great cities beneath the soil, taking the weak to be consumed. We should leave the land to them. They're not to be trifled with. Tell me more about these crawlers. Horrible cow-sized worms that live under the earth, with tiny, clacking legs like centipedes. They're rare but formidable foes. They turn up unpredictably and attack whatever they find before retreating back into the earth. Nothing that well-organized troops can't handle, I'm sure. Assemble the council, then. Thank you, Your Majesty. All right. We can either abandon the field to the crawlers, fill in the holes and continue farming, or send someone into the tunnels to investigate. Hey, Survivor, welcome in, welcome in. This one, it's a little risky. I personally think I trust Nibnob's choice here. I say we abandon the field to the crawlers. If they overtake the fields, that's definitely a problem. However, getting people out of those fields is more important. Because, frankly, people need to survive. And if they don't, well, if we're aggressive towards the crawlers, it could make it to where they spread out past where their territory is. We abandon the fields to the crawlers, the fields were already their territory. So, So that is my choice. I think abandoning the fields to the crawlers would be a good idea. I don't like it, but it's the best bet. You're voting Helldivers? Ah, I see. Understandable. There's technically no wrong choice here. Alright, it seems as if it's unanimous. Oh, Survivor, if you want to vote, be sure to type !join to join in first. Ah, there you are. Perfect, perfect. We shall continue. Alright, we're sending people in to go Helldivers. No worries, no worries. Very well. Who will we send on the most unfortunate mission? Well, this is a serious matter. Send for a wizard. You send messengers to search for a willing wizard, but you anticipate it will be some time before one is found. But with it being cryptids, a wizard is necessary. As you wait, more and more peasants go missing down the mysterious tunnels. Unfortunately. Alright, last but not least, my friends. There's someone who's been falsely accused. Your Grace, I bring bad news from our newly constructed prison in the east. One of the prisoners, a murderous rogue by the name of Mousejack Carnival, has escaped. His location is currently... The double doors bang open. A grubby-looking peasant strides into the council hall, escorted by anxious watchmen. In this room. Sorry, Your Majesty. He said it was urgent, and he was pretty persuasive. Your Majesty, I swear I'm innocent. Count Survivor threw me in a prison and on trumped-up charges, and simply because I said I didn't like his hat. Your Highness, I have no idea what this fool is talking about. Alright, so... should we throw the foolish peasant back in prison? Free Mousejack and prison Count Survivor instead? Ask the spy master to investigate further? Or allow both Count Survivor and the peasant to go free? I'm going to veto throwing the foolish peasant back in prison. Because if he was willing to come here, odds are there is something to the story. So these are your choices, my friends. Choose wisely. Will you free Mousejack and imprison Count Survivor instead? Ask the spy master, or Count... Oh, you're allowing both to go free, I see. So far. Cast your votes, cast your votes. Oh, it's a close one. It is a close one, my friends. Ooh, it's tied. I will allow the voting go for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and it is 1. All right. These 4 nobles voted for freeing Mousejack and imprisoning Count Survivor instead. Maybe they'll have better hats in prison, eh? Say another bad word about my hat. One more word, knave! I dare you! It takes 7 watchmen to restrain Count Survivor as he is dragged down to your dungeons. While the common folk celebrate Mousejack Carnival's exoneration, it's always taken a sign that the king's justice is flawed. Alright, that's all for this season. Let us end it. You're on the 4th now. Yes, yes you are. Oh, poor Survivor showed up just to be contained. Ah. You know, I think I'm gonna go and get Call for Unity in replace of reverse voting. All right, this seems good to me. One or more regions are able to rebel as the Defiant stat is higher than both authority and stability. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they will win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points than the rebels, they'll put down the rebellion and continue the game. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the 2 rebelling regions with the highest stats will determine the successor. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with a rebellion. If stability and authority or treasury hits 0, the rebels will win the Civil War. Alright. The year ends. So the patricians of the coast can vote to rebel, if they so choose. Is that a wise choice? I don't know. You only got 3 military right here. And the others have 5 and 8. So I think you're outmatched. Ah. Well, let us see what's going on. Let's ease the tension a bit, shall we? Your Majesty, nobles of the council, tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it's time we forget about our past troubles and come together as friends. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? We could exchange gifts or hold friendly competition, a fashion show perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on a team-building exercise to help you and the council trust each other again? You know, it could be, all of these could be fun. I'm going to say, no, I'll put myself out there. I'll vote that I will pay more out of the treasury for a game of riddles for you all. So if you want that, that is also my choice. I'd like to have fun with all of you. Ah, I see. Nimbob thinks it's a stupid idea. I understand. But sometimes we need a team-building exercise. We're closing the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Voting is closed. Wonderful. I'll make the arrangements at once. Nobles can work together on riddles, with a hefty calf prize if they get it right. Nobles of the council begin murmuring. This is a chance to prove the sharpness of their wits. They better brush up on their riddles. All right. Next up, we have a trade opportunity. Ah, I understand, Nibnob. I understand. Your Greatness, the North is riddled with forgotten ruins. I recently hired explorers from the Adventurers Guild to delve under my lands. They've retrieved a number of artifacts, cursed swords, enchanted jewels, that sort of thing. My fellow chiefs already have plenty of that stuff. Perhaps I could hold an auction for the counts and the patricians. Absolutely not! These sound like pagan relics. They should be confiscated and melted down to the Inquisition's holy furnaces. Oh, what's the harm? The 7 hells, that's the harm! Let's see if the council agrees. Alright, so here's the thing. You can either go and, let the auction go ahead. The auction would be not permitted, Chief Abaddon can keep the artifacts, or allow the High Inquisitor to confiscate the relics. Honestly, I think... I'm going to go ahead and call for unity on this. Oh, well, I can't choose which one it's on. It's just, I'm going to call for unity. Start your vote! Now, I don't see much harm in the auction, but I also understand if those out there do not wish to go for it. I understand. All right, folks, get your votes in. I will be closing the polls in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, you've gone and made your decision. Accounts and magicians from across the kingdom travel north to bid on powerful artifacts and shiny baubles at cut-rate prices. Chief Abaddon makes a fortune. Stability is now peaceful. Defiance is now aloof. Faithful is now irreverent. But, you know, the trade is now wealthy and dynamic in both the east and the... Ooh. Uh-oh. The north also got a lot of money. Alright, we have a wizardly warning. Your Highness, an update on your search for a wizard to deal with the crawler problem. A very small update, unfortunately. Hey, Roundhouse, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We received only a single reply from the wizard Gordius. He says, leave the Vaguar alone if you know what's good for you, and to not contact him again about the issue. So I send a reply, Your Majesty. Thank him for the warning. Chancellor nods as he leaves the room. If a wizard's magic can't... If a wizard can't magic out of this one, you'll need another solution. To these Vaguar, and soon. Alright, the season ends. Back in North, Chief Abaddon is hosting yet another feast in their clan hall. Meat is being passed around in good measure. Some chiefs are dancing on the tables. That can only mean two things. Good news or really bad news. Drogson, pass me the drink! You old lout. I'm drinking till my ancestors feel it. Were those ice giants I saw on my way through your lands? Have we really done it? Your eyes don't deceive you, pal. They'll be marching with us come tomorrow. The gods are good, but what happens after the ice giants march? Acts of my ancestors, I hadn't thought about that. Someone fetch me another drink, then assemble the other chiefs. Quickly, damn you. Okay. Your goal is, you can pick either the lower authority or stability. Which is your goal? They need a trade for you all. Yeah. Alright. Vote soon, folks. Those on blue team need to vote. Chiefs, you gotta vote. Otherwise, I hit continue and it's done at random. Ah, gotcha. Stability. Alright, we're continuing now. Voting is closed. We will try to lower stability. There won't be much left of this palace after this, but we'll build a new one, bigger and fancier, with more bones! More bones! AO sloshes all over the floor as Chief Abaddon despoiler teeters on the edge of a bench. Either way, we'll sort it out when we're done pillaging. For now, let's party. We do need to make sure the kingdom is sufficiently unstable. Don't forget, or they'll unite and repel us, ice giants or no. For your scheme, you must lower stability to 5 or less. At least one region entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass, they'll win the game, and there are some exceptions. 2 or more regions pass the final scheme stage, the winner will just be decided at random. If stability, authority, and treasury hit 0, a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win, and the final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. The mark can only win an ambition event, in which will appear after you've acquired an heir. Good luck. Oh, speak of the devil, there's the heir. Request for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with a nervous silence. My child. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I mean, they're not showing me, so. The assembled nobles break into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What is their name? Alm II. The gods are good, Your Highness. I'm sure little Alm II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Yeah, I have planned ahead. You think I was just picking things at random? No, I planned ahead. Nibnob's right. I've been planning this whole time. All right, it's time for a game of riddles. Your Majesty, I've asked the court jester to help us with our game of riddles. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dum, let's test our wits and have some fun. Oh no. Prithee, what walks on four legs in the... Man, it's a man! By the blood of the dead, that was an easy one. You're canny riddlers, after all. Have pity on this poor old fool. But since the council's mood is nigh funeral, I shall break out some new material. Over the next hour, the jester capers around the council hall, posing riddles and occasionally hitting chief roundhouse and kicking peasants with an inflated pig's bladder on a stick. I'm so sorry, Roundhouse. I'm so sorry. The jester gave you a hot dick to the face. I am so sorry. Hopefully you didn't break your nose. Finally, he sings out the final and most difficult riddle of all. I'm a beast that has swallowed many a man. The more heads I grow, the stupider I am. Without me, bards weep and kings frown. To find me, visit your nearest town. What am I? All right. So, I'm a beast that has swallowed many a man. The more heads I grow, the stupider I am. What am I? All right. I'm just gonna do a... I'm just gonna go ahead and start the vote. There's no reason to worry about this one. Enjoy? Cast your vote, my friends. You have one idea? Ah. I see, I see. All right. I'm closing the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, and it is 1. Voting is closed. Something that rhymes with cower. What say you, Your Majesty? Dost thou agree with thine council members? Yes, I think they are correct. Then my troth, fools you are both. Look at yours was a crowd. Council's wisdom is over-exaggerated. I shall leave before I am no longer tolerated. The jester cartwheels out of the council hall, leaving the nobles grumpily muttering about wasted time. At least you get your money back. All right, let's deal with that crawler problem, shall we? It's been many moons since we sent for a wizard to deal with the crawlers on Nibnob's land, and none have answered the call. We must act before this mist spreads to other regions. Peasants disappear and sinkholes swallow villages. Whole while, Nibnob hides in the castle and does nothing. Belligerent fool, imagine the retaliation if we anger them directly. I would rather abandon my estate. How should we deal with the crawler nest in the east? You could pay Count Survive II to host Count Nibnob as they abandon the area. Gather the chiefs to fight the menace in the open fields. Evacuate everyone from the area, including the peasants. Do nothing to see the crawlers retreat on their own. You know, I'm going to... I'm going to make a call for unity. Because you all need to pick on this. Only a couple options are a good choice. So, everyone, cast your vote. Told you we need an army? All right, we have 1 vote. That's 2. And we'll wait till I see as many people voting as possible. All right, we're doing a countdown. The vote shall be counted on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is 0. Voting is closed. They're going to do nothing, apparently. Some counts curse the council's inaction, but you decide to wait. Eventually, the creatures withdraw of their own accord, leaving behind swaths of terrified peasants with missing family members and horrific stories. But Count Nibnob is not so lucky. Their castle is found abandoned, with no clue as to where they went. Oh god, Nibnob has died! And Nibnob II has joined the council. Stability can't go higher. Yeah, I noticed. We're at max stability. Alright. The season shall end. Alright, everyone. Make your vote. You have multiple options here at which to vote for. I'm beginning the auction now. Now, keep in mind, we do need to make sure that things are done quite well here. Ah, I see. Remember, the top 2 voted buildings will be brought in. So there is that to keep in mind. Ah, I see. You had no more funds anyway? Ah. You all agree on BNF. I see. I'm surprised none of you want farming or trade to go up. You don't want any more money? Interesting. Here to watch the cast before you go to bed? Ah, I see. Time is up! You all have built yet another prison and an observatory. Okay. Too late? Ah, yeah. If you need to, don't forget to pause and unpause the stream if things are a little behind. Ah, my ambition. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a peacekeeper. You've succeeded on that front. The kingdom is peaceful, and you're renowned for your mercy and wisdom. Well done, your majesty. But shut down your noble schemings for good. We need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. The common folk are a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution. My advice, on the other hand, would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies. Defeat their schemes with schemes of your own. But the Chancellor has other ideas. Let's become beloved by the common folk. Stability and farming. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin recruiting town criers to shout about your achievements to the masses. But first you need some actual achievements. Your priority is to raise kingdom stability and overall farming as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Alright. Had lag earlier too. Yeah, it happens. It's just something that Twitch does, unfortunately. Thine head is blocked with the stats, my dear. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't really. There's nothing much I can do because if I go over here, I block the dialogue. If I go over here, I block I block the stats. It's a lose-lose situation wherever I go. But there are the stats. This way you all can see real quick. Okay. Wrong button. There we go. Let's go with a spot of heresy. Your Majesty, I'm stunned, outraged, and incensed. I've been summoned by trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense fabricated charge. They're saying a group of church missionaries went missing near my lands. The weather's cold around there. Anything could have happened to them. No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. The trial is set, but the council must intervene, Your Majesty. Though she remains silent, the council is keenly aware of the High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber. Well... I'm going to say, let's go with... You can search for a witness to defend to defend Roundhouse. You can help the Inquisition against Roundhouse, or you can pray for a good outcome. Suggest you pray for a good outcome. I'm going to call for unity here. Cast your votes, my friend. Cast your votes. Bum ba ba da ba ba. Ah, 2 of you wish for him to pray for a good outcome. Oh, 3 of you do. Ah, I see, I see. All right, we need 1 more. Is there another vote? Indeed, it appears there is, so we're hitting continue now. Voting has closed. You distribute a proclamation among the chiefs asking for witnesses of Roundhouse's innocence. A northern vigilant eventually comes forward saying that she saw the missionaries heading the direction of the frozen lake near Roundhouse's estate. Indeed, they're soon found, wandering aimlessly through the fearless tundra, completely lost and snowblind, but alive. With no dead missionaries, the High Inquisitor is forced to drop the charges and pay compensation to Roundhouse, who sends you a small gift in thanks. Oh, thank you. But apparently there's a beast attacking. Your Highness, I bring ill tidings from the north. Wildlife has gone berserk in rural areas. They are attacking villages and travelers all across the region. Tell me more about these creatures. They're great hulking beasts, clearly twisted by magic. Some say they walk and talk like people. The northern warriors are afraid. They say the creatures are a dark omen of a sign of the end. Seventh, take us. What's gotten into these chiefs and that they can't handle a few wild animals? The other regions have plenty of their own problems, Your Majesty. No one wants to march up to the frozen north for something like this. Then what am I to do? Point of order, Your Highness. Though the church's presence in the north is minimal, we could provide shelter for those who need it. All will be welcome, whether they are adherents to the true God or not. It is the least we can do. Also, Emion, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome in. To those that may not know me, I am Alm, your local adventurer, and today we're playing some King of the Castle. It's a game where you all can join in to either screw me or well, no, you're pretty much all trying to screw me over. That's pretty much what it is. But welcome in. Right now we are in sort of the in-game segments, but yeah, how was stream? How was, what did it say you were playing again? Ah, you were playing Peak, hell yeah. You're gonna screw me? Ah, I see. But remember, dinner and a movie first. I had to, I'm sorry, Emmy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. You were trying to solo it? Ah, I see. But welcome in, and Moody Ducky, thanks so much for the follows, greatly appreciated. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, That is a good quote of mine right there. I beg of thee, fuck off. I love that quote. But yes, you can, for those who are just now joining, you can actually join on the game by typing an exclamation point join, and it'll actually put you into the game, and then you can vote on different things within the game. But yeah, I hope you had a fun time there, Emmy, and I know everyone who was watching Emmy definitely had a fun time, because Emmy is a really cool person. Great friend. Absolutely amazing friend. Speaking of which, Emmy, I need to get those books off you again, because I got a brand new PC and lost some of my files. I need to get those off you again. How does the bot knows? Well, that's a good question. But yes, here we go. Or if you can afford it, send a detachment of mercenaries who aren't afraid of a few wild bears. That should put an end to this crisis. On it. Thank you kindly, Emmy. Alright, here's one of the times for voting, my friends. What can the crown do to help counteract the wild beast and the attacks on the north? Tell the northerners that they must fend for themselves? Hire mercenaries to boast of the northern forces? Or instruct the northerners to seek refuge in the Ninth God's churches? I'm going to veto the telling the northerners they must fend for themselves. Just because that seems cruel and unusual. I'm starting the vote. Anyhow, I saw the quote that got put up. I'm starting the vote. Anyhow, and Violet, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks so much for the follow. All right, my friends, vote. And remember, it is all up to you as to what happens to the north here. You can vote by typing in exclamation point vote, then space, and the letter you wish to vote for. All right, I'm ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is done. Voting has closed. You instruct the north to seek the church refuge in the Ninth God's churches. The Archbishop instructs all churches to cross the north to the open doors of refugees fleeing the attacks. They are more than glad for the assistance. Over time, the beasts withdraw. The northerners are grateful for the church's help, with many finding a new place in their hearts with the Ninth God and his disciples. I see. You lowered the farming. I understand. That is your goal after all, or part of it. Let us end the season! All right. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bribe the patricians, lower their defiance. And frankly, I'm going to leave the rest as is. There's no need for anything else. We're fine here. Confirm the tax. You have a grand total of 300 gold? Ah, I see. Oh, ambition beloved. Okay, is this it? Is this it? Hold up, snoozing the ads. This might be it. We may have won. I didn't get to read that. No. This will be the biggest public relations campaign the kingdom has ever seen. You'll tour the kingdom giving speeches. Town criers will declaim your great deeds from every corner. How much impact can we do things to actually help people? Nobles will never accept it. You need to secure your hold on power. Then you can pass whatever reforms you like. A few days later, the Chancellor is helping you prepare for your first big speech. This is the 5th one this week. I know. Do you think becoming a beloved public figure was easy? You're hustled out to your palace balcony, below which a sea of expectant and unwatched faces gaze up at you. As you step out into view, they erupt in cheers, hats are thrown to the air. Someone faints with joy. Everywhere you've gone, you've met the same reception. The public like you. They really like you. But you need to turn that into love. I give my speech. As you launch through your speech, the peasants hang on to your every word. The crowd grows and grows. When you wrap up, the peasants' cheering is so loud that you're nearly knocked over. Oh, well done, Your Majesty. That went brilliantly. I need a drink. By all means, take the night off and celebrate. But I want you up at dawn tomorrow. Now's the time to take the show on the road. Over the next few weeks, you'll travel all over the kingdom, delivering the same speech at packed venues. Everywhere you go, you're greeted by cheers and applause. Things are going wonderfully. The common folk of the coast even want to throw you a surprise banquet to celebrate your achievements. If it's a surprise party, why are you telling me? If I've learned anything as a chancellor, it's that surprises should be avoided. Fair enough. This is a sign that you're the true king of the people, Your Majesty. This has nothing to do with the nobles. It's all about the ordinary folk, the salt of the earth. Exactly as I wanted. I'm so glad, Your Majesty. Await your invitation. Ooh, 30% farming. Ooh. A few weeks that, so slides to your office looking downcast. I had a letter from the mayor on the coast. He's eager to get the banquet set up, but he just doesn't have the food for it. Afraid it's been delayed. We couldn't have the king of the kingdom attending the We couldn't have the king of the kingdom attending a substandard banquet. Oh goodness me, no. Can't we pay for it ourselves? It's meant to be a surprise, Your Majesty. We need to make sure there's enough food for the kingdom at your party. That's how we'll make the people really fall in love with you. To improve your chance of victory, focus on the increasing the kingdom's farming as much as possible the next 2 seasons. The challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. I'm on tour. Yeah, I had a 1% success rate. Yeah, that's very rare. Down with the Demon King. Hey, I'm anything but a Demon King here. I've been doing everything kind for everybody. Let's see what's going on with the gods here. Your Greatness, I've come to thank you and the Ninth Church for your kindness during the so-called Season of Claws. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad for their help. The creature's attacks have eased. I can only imagine why. But I thank the gods for it, both the old and the new. Yes, all in a day's work and all that. Once the chief has bowed his head to leave, your archbishop is quick to lean over you. Your Majesty, we are presented with a golden opportunity to expand the church's influence. We should capitalize on this goodwill immediately. Alright. Well, you can build a towering statue of northern religious icon, send missionaries to the furthest reaches of the north, or lead northerners to their pagan ways. Honestly, there's not much to be had, but I do think that I am going to veto a religious icon. We'll leave it up to the other two. So, vote as you wish, my friends. It is all up to you, nobles. Holy crap, that's the fastest I've seen you all vote. Getting Japanese high schoolers fight me? Only the king would be kind to peasants? Technically, you're not wrong. Because Oda Nobunaga, who was known as the Demon King, was also known as the Fool King first for treating common folk and peasants kindly. So technically, you're not wrong. Voting is closed. Leave the Northerners to their pagan ways. The council decides against kicking the hornet's nest, or the sleeping bear, as the case may be. You reason the ninth god would judge them accordingly in the thereafter anyways. Alright, last but not least, we are pushing for change. After a particularly long session at council, Des comes to find you in your chambers. Must be exhausting dealing with all those nobles arguing. I wish they could set aside the differences once in a while. Alas, it's the way things work. I was thinking, what if we did something to make things better? I've been reading scholars' papers about these herbs you can find in the Crown Lands. You can use them to treat wounds, but no one's done it on a wide scale before. If I had the equipment and regents, we could do all kinds of research to help people. Ordinary people too, not just the nobles, with the money for doctors. You know what? Absolutely. Make it happen. Oh, I didn't expect you to agree. Thank you all. She kissed your cheek before hurrying out to enact her plans. Costs a boatload of money, but but it works. Trade is now dynamic, military is now strong in the east. All right, in the season. Ah, I see. Well then. Too bad I can't combine laws at a time. Otherwise I could do call for unity and anonymous voting, but I can't do both at once. I think what I have is good as is. All right. Let's see what's happening with this letter. A letter arrives. Your wife, Des, is busy reading her letters when she gasps. Tragically, I have an enemy amongst the patricians. Is this about your medical research? At least Count Surveyor 2 thinks I'm doing a good job. But noble patrician Imion says that the herbs are dangerous, that researching them will lead to ruin. Ignore the naysayers, carry on. By all that glitters, this will end badly. You'll see. They stride off with Surveyor the Second in their wake. Des turns to you, smiling. Depths below, this will end badly, you see! Thank you for believing me, dear one. I promise by the blood of the dead that I'll make it work. And she does soon. The new herbal phenomena become popular all across the kingdom, despite grumblings from the nobles. Peasants report having healing injuries that could have killed them before. Many are delighted with your wife's achievements, sending showers of letters and gifts of the palace. All right, let's see what's going on with the Wandering Bard. Shall we? Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she has come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, your highness. The best in all the land. Sally Sixfingers, they call me. A song, you say? About me? Why, of course. In fact, I have the tune and verse all but ready. I've saved my best work for you, my king. All it requires a subject. Who should I tell the masses? What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? Teach them to love me. I don't want them to fear me. I will do so, your highness. Absolutely. Give me but a few weeks, and everyone with the Crownlands will know of your benevolence. Pray, I need but a small payment of 500 gold for the time. A discount rate for one as esteemed as yourself. I can't afford it. I could, but I shouldn't. This would lower stability. You don't be silly. I'm the king. See, I cannot work for free, your highness, as much as it pains me to say so. Very well. Thank you for your time. The bard nods, her head curtly. Couldn't do it. Need to keep the treasury at least somewhat stocked. Your sister's thriving, you can die happy? Ah. Anonymous voting doesn't really help since we can read chat. Exactly. Alright. Well, we're gonna take a small little break right here. We're just gonna sit here and chat for a moment while those ads go through. Because you only got about 50 seconds left on them, so there's not too much more time. But I do hope that everyone is enjoying themselves here. I've been having a lot of fun with this. And honestly, it's a close game right now. It's a close game. The patricians, yeah, I'm sorry, you sort of got hosed early on. And the counts, you're struggling a bit too, yeah. Right now, it's really the chiefs who have a chance to go ahead and destroy me. But as long as I keep my stability where it's at, it should be fine-ish. Kingly Castle is a fun time. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Got nothing really lower authority? Yeah. I mean, even if you do, even when you do, you know, stability is really what I need here. These games happen? Yeah. Well, it's, what do you mean it's fine these games happen? I'm supposed to try to beat you all. You're supposed to try to beat me. I'm fighting for my fucking life here. But yes, welcome back from the ads, everyone. Let's continue. Uthrandir. Your Majesty, creatures that have been ravaging our countryside. They are Uthrandir. What are Uthrandir? Uthrandir, your greatness. People north turned into horrible creatures through ancient ritual. Werebeast. We should act swiftly then. Wait, Your Majesty. There's something else you should know. The Uthrandir, they're fanatics. They attack us because they believe we have turned against our old gods. They wish to see the influence of your ninth god completely eradicated in the north. Your archbishop is incensed, but you calm him with a wave of your hand. A vote must be called. All right. Well, we can ban all pagan practices to the north, or invite the beast folk to capital for an audience. You know, I'm just gonna start vote. No, select choice. Honestly, I think that this is the best call. I think the beast folk being invited to the capital for an audience would be the best call, but that's just me. So yes, be sure to cast your votes, my friends. I do think that it's high time we go ahead and figure out exactly what's going on here. Well, it seems like the vote is unanimous. You invite the beast folks and sacrifice them to the dark gods? I see. Continue, shall we? Voting is closed. Although some are aghast at the idea, it's the only way to resolve the situation once and for all. A good king must wield diplomacy as well as he wields a sword. You recall your father's saying. All right. The coast is now treasonous. Defiance is now vengeful. You wonder if he had ever tried to wield it against a werebeast before. All right. We'll end the season. The Chiefs have 10 military. Yes, indeed they do. And Mathman, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? I see you are also playing Kingdom Castle. Welcome in, everybody. For those who joined in that may not know me, I am Alm. I'm your local adventurer. And today we're playing Kingdom Castle as well. These are the current stats of the people. But because I don't want to cover up the dialogue whenever we're reading that out, I've been sitting over here. But welcome in, welcome in. I hope your journey treated you well. And welcome in, everybody. It's good to have you all. I am your local adventurer. We play a bunch of different games here. Today, we're sort of near the tail end of this. But anything can change as we are on the spring of 951. Ah, Queen Alik, the Werebor's army is here to conquer Ashmead. I see. I, the chief, only have one defiance. They are very loyal. The patricians, however, no. They don't like me much. They don't like me much at all. But welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. If you all want to join in, you all know the drill. You were just playing this game after all. And again, thanks so much for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and continue with the story. All right. Let's check the ambition. See if we are beloved enough. I await my invitation. It's a 70% chance. Yes! After a few weeks, the Chancellor slides into your office looking very pleased with themselves. Your Majesty, the townsfolk of the coast are ready for you to visit. What do the patricians think of this? They only just found out about it. What are they going to do? Disinvite the king? You make your preparations to leave. Although it's meant to be a surprise, you may as well bring some essential luxuries. Your wife, Des, steps up to the carriage and settles beside you, giving you a kiss on the cheek. I hope this invitation doesn't turn to an ambush. That would be just our luck. This is very nice, don't you think? This very nice indeed. I'm so glad you agree, Your Majesty. Little Alm II makes the Chancellor play increasingly undignified make-believe games on the journey. You finally arrive at the coastal capital. Everywhere, the people line the streets and hang out the windows, cheering your procession. No patrician violet void stalks up to your bows. Their smile is very rigid. Always a pleasure, your esteemed highness. How good to see you. Surprise. Oh, for me? The coastal citizens have decided to support the crown so much that they've put on a party in your honor. Goodness, I'm overcome. Yes, that's quite understandable. It was a surprise for all of us. Voices of praise follow you as you travel to the banquet hall. Townsfolk throw flower petals in your path. Noble patricians' violet void faces like thunder. When you enter the banquet hall, the national anthem strikes up, and even more cheering rises. The hall is filled with coastal townfolk, but there is also common folk from all across the kingdom. Northern warriors bellow their support. The Chancellor looks stunned. I had no idea everyone had gotten together for this. Well, as I like to say, let's rock and roll. The people roar in approval. You spend a week in the coast, feasting and drinking and breaking bread with the commoners. But you can't be on holiday forever. Eventually, we return to the capital, where the council is in session. The nobles are arguing again. By the old gods, we must have coin from the treasury. I found ancient law stating that the North is entitled to funds in the Northern supporting activities. No, we need gold for our business! The peasants aren't working hard enough, and we're losing momentum. You think back to the gathered peasants, tradespeople, and merchants all cheering for you. So many of them cheering for you. Make your own money. You have enough. Nobles gasp. No patrician violet void takes a deep breath, as if to argue back, but then glances at the servants around you. You lock eyes with them, and you can tell what they're thinking back to the banquet in their town. Yes, your majesty. Of course. Even over a single day, it's become clear that the nobles are running scared. You have so much support from the ordinary people across the kingdom that the nobles have realized just how outnumbered they really are. Merchants and peasants rub shoulders with aristocrats in council sessions, bring fresh perspective and the concerns of ordinary people to the throne for the first time. The kingdom grows truly harmonious. Even your crown feels lighter on your head when you put it on each morning. Stability can't go up any higher. Trade is now dynamic. Trade is dominant. Trade is now wealthy, and the treasury is now 2,800 gold. The chat would tell you where it was when you slide it. Ah, fair. We're at the end anyway, so no worries. Your reign stretches out in front of you, full of hope and ray for a bright future. The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption. But what's new about that? They failed to gain the throne and lost money in the process. A bad investment. Actually, let me move over here while reading this page. The chief's agreement with the ice giants fell apart, and the giants end up attacking the north instead. Subsequent war kept the chiefs too busy to worry about the matters of the throne. Unable to convince the peasants to act in time, the count's scheme fizzled into irrelevancy. Perhaps next time they'd take matters into their own hands instead of hinging their plans on the whims of common folk. It's nice to be loved, especially when you're loved by an entire kingdom. King Ulm rode a surge of public adoration for another 15 years of carousing, feasting, and popular reform, which were promptly undone after his passing by the peasants, but the peasants thought it was nice while it lasted. In-game leisure. King Ulm the Unbending. 3 years and 3 months. I succeeded! Ha ha ha! Victory was mine. Well played. Thank you. Haven't seen a Monarch win yet? Yeah, it was... I had to start scheming from the very beginning as to what I was going to do. I could say aloud slightly what I was going to do, but keep the rest of it in my head. I had to plan 5 steps ahead. Spouse was Desdemona of the East, successor Monarch Ulm II. Well, folks, I think that turned out amazingly. What do you all think? I'm sorry to have beaten you all down. I know you wanted to win. I understand. But I will say, I appreciate every last one of you who haven't been here because this was a lot of fun. And, I think we're going to go back to the title screen. And I'm going to say, continue your dynasty. You may continue a game completed. Games will create new saves where you can continue your story of your dynasty. Oh, that's cool. So the game will include dynasty events, which continue the story of previous events. Oh, that's badass. Okay. So we can have another story later on. Ooh, that'll be fun. Your daughter end up in good hands. Mm-hmm. Your nobles will return to their previous regions and keep their wealth. Save, import, and export. You can also export your save games for other players to import. I can have someone else play on my save. Oh, if I know someone else who has this, I can export my save and let them continue the story from after where I left off. I like that. That's really cool. That's really cool. I didn't know that was a thing. I guess that only happens if the monarch wins. Or, wow, okay. There's no need for copy paste. All right. Well then, now we know. So I'm gonna have to find someone to continue the story. Absolutely, I'm gonna have to find someone to continue the story. But for now, I'm gonna wrap this up by saying thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider hitting that follow button, it helps out quite a bit. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider that like button, it helps a lot more than you know. Do stick around for the raid if you would. I would greatly appreciate it, and I know exactly where we're gonna be going, so hang on tight. And again, thank you all so much for the raids. Appreciate all of you who got here. Even if you got here at the end, remember, whether you got here at the beginning, middle, or end, you show up exactly when you needed to. But above all else, have a great day, folks.